Xiaomi 13, one of the flagship na nilabas si Xiaomi for this year, 2023. And this is the non-Pro variant. And itong phone nito, even though na maliit siya, it will give you a flagship-like experience. Want to know more? Samahan niyo ako for this full review. Itong Xiaomi 13 was released early 2023. And this one is a very nice and very small box from Xiaomi. And pagbukas naman natin ng box, you would see that there's a small pouch over here. Inside, we have the SIM ejector tool. We have some documentation. We have a jelly case. Now, we have the phone itself. It's quite smaller than usual. We also have a USB Type-C cable and a 67 watts fast charging brick. Now, this phone is definitely exceptional when it comes to performance, even though that's quite small in terms of form factor, but the feel on this phone is definitely flagship level like. The smoothness at the back is, for me, one of the best things that you can find on a smartphone. Probably the only thing that I don't like from this phone is it's a little bit smudgy when you don't put on the case. Now, this phone is being powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, and it's also being run inside Android 13. And this one is having the Xiaomi MIUI 14, which is a heavily customized Android experience. Now, one of the things that I like from this one is that it has quite thin bezel, and the chin is also thin as well. And one thing that surprised me is that this one was able to get a 1.54 million points from this processor, which for me, I'm quite mind blown since it's kind of high for a flagship phone from Xiaomi. And by the way, the version I have here is a 12 gigs of RAM and a 256 gig of storage. By the way, this phone has a 6.36-inch AMOLED display with 120 Hz of screen refresh rate, and it has a maximum brightness of 1900 nits. And the front panel is being protected by the Corning Gorilla Glass 5, aluminum side frames, and Corning Gorilla Glass back as well. Now, one of the things that I like here to do is browsing on my social media. Swiping here has never been the same since I know it's quite small, but the experience is really nice. Even though it's small, I was able to browse through TikTok, on Facebook, on YouTube Shorts. It's really very friendly and very easy to browse. Just simply look at this. It's so smooth. The experience of watching videos on this phone is definitely good, even though that the screen is not that big. But I would say this loudspeaker is quite good enough, and the viewing angle here is quite good. The black is blacker, the images are sharp, and I would say that whatever you watch here, it would definitely give you a good viewing experience. Now, playing Call of Duty Mobile on this phone, I would say, even though that's a little bit small and a little bit cramped, but I would say the gameplay is quite good. The touch response is quite fast, and the gameplay is quite okay. I wouldn't say that probably it's one of the best experience, but nevertheless, even though that the phone is small, I was able to pile up a lot of kills here on my rank match here at Call of Duty Mobile. The battery size of this phone is not that big, 4,500 milliampere hours of battery size, and this one supports up to 67 watts of fast charging, so charging from 10 to 100 takes around an hour to finish. And this one also supports wireless charging and reverse wireless charging as well. Now, on a day-to-day basis, this phone is quite good and the feel is really nice. I would say having this as your daily driver, it would last you through the day without even charging. And well, of course, that goes for just using it normally without any heavy gamings. Now, guys, right now, let's talk about the camera of this phone, probably the highlight of the Xiaomi 13. And this one have a 50 MP main camera sensor with OIS, then of course coupled together with a 10 MP telephoto lens, also with OIS, and 12 MP ultra-wide lens. And by the way, guys, this one's collaborated with Leica, so expect some really nice camera shots from this one. You can choose from Leica Original or Leica Vibrant. Now, the maximum video that you can shoot from the rear one is 8K and 24 FPS. And of course, the front camera is a 32 MP punch hole camera together with a 1080p and 30 FPS video resolution, which is quite low for a flagship. Now, taking some camera shot, I would say this phone is really nice. It was able to give me some of those really nice camera experience here, and shooting is very fast. It was easy to focus. I was able to take some really nice shots outdoor, and really the shots are breathtaking, and on many occasions the outdoor shots are really nice and exceptional. And of course, bringing this phone on indoors, even though on low light condition, it was able to perform as well. And I'm really surprised that this camera can perform this well. Now for the front-facing camera, I would say I was able to take in some really nice and decent shots, but there are times that it's a little bit whitish based on my experience, but nevertheless, give it some really nice lighting. It was able to perform both on indoor and outdoor condition. And here are some sample videos using the front-facing camera and the rear camera.
Banadera, TPP COO Maria Margarita Nograles.
Love for oneself, for one another, and for our country, the Philippines.
With Xiaomi, sobrang silang very supportive in everything that I do. Lalo na when I have my yearly charity program. Whenever I go sa mga probinsya or pag meron akong mga pinapakain na mga kids or like, basta pagsabihin ko lang meron akong charity and then willing sila kaagad to give mga chowman para sa akin. Or minsan L'Oreal, binibigay nila mga 500 pieces, 300 pieces. Tapos minsan sa set namin ng taping, sabi ko, gusto ko matikman nila yung spicy chowman sa lang taping namin. So nagpadala sila. And then minsan binibiro lang sila ng showtime na, oh, Xiaomi, baka naman mahalo-halo kayo dyan. So parang the next day, meron ka agad halo-halo sa set. So parang it made people happy whenever nakakain sila ng Xiaomi. Kaya
So guys, this is a video resolution you'll be getting if you're vlogging using the Xiaomi 13 and shooting at 1080p and 30 fps, and this is the video that you'll be getting. And I can say it's pretty stable even though I'm just using my bare hand and there's no gimbal right now on my hand. So I'll just turn around and see if the light would, well, overexpose me. Apparently not. The front-facing camera is pretty not bad for vlogging. So this is the Xiaomi 13. The rear camera, I would say, was able to take some really breathtaking videos, and by far it's quite stable. And the front camera, by the way, I would say it's good, but not based on my expectation for a flagship camera. Since this one, I expect it to at least be a 4K 30 FPS at the very least for a flagship phone. I do hope that Xiaomi do improve in the near future. So what's my thought here for the Xiaomi 13? This phone is definitely good, a performer. Even though that's small, it's really terrible and it can give me that good experience on a small phone like this one. And another good thing for this one is that it's very easy to carry around. So if you want to know where you can buy this one, the Xiaomi 13, check them out on their official store on Shopee and Lazada for their original local distributed phone with warranty. So guys, don't forget to subscribe and follow Wazzup.PH for future videos like this one. And I'm Richon, and I'm signing off. Goodbye!